I'm Rob Boss, and this is Finlandia Fridays.
Welcome to Finlandia Fridays. My name is Michael Babcock. I am your host for this weekly interview series here at Finlandia University. Today, we are joined by the head football coach, Rob Boss. Rob, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
We are excited to have you onto the show to talk a little bit about football. We've been talking about football in quite a while. You're the new incoming coach. What's it been like here at Finlandia University?
You know, I've thoroughly enjoyed my time here. I've been on staff since last January, obviously getting promoted to head coach here in November and everything. But I've thoroughly enjoyed my time here. I've really enjoyed getting to know the people on campus, getting to know kind of the inner workings of how Finlandia works, and it's a very special place.
Excellent. It's been a lot of fun to watch your development here. It was very quickly evident that you were a leader, and I think that the whole football team kind of took a little bit of a step forward this season with you around with the team. What was it like this season, your first one behind the bench here?
You know, I think that we had just a tremendous group of kids. You know, I mean, when you talk about what you're looking for as a coach and what you want to see from your football team, we had kids that were coachable. We had kids that went out and, gave you everything that they possibly had, and we were able to reap some benefits of that. I think we were able to have a lot of success offensively and have success as a team and get out there and get some wins.
Excellent. A 3-3 record, really impressive for a third-year program. You're heading into next season. You got these returning players. What are you looking for out of those returning players?
I think the biggest thing for them is to carry over the successes that we had from this fall, but understand that we've got a lot of growth to continue, working towards. And so I think that we got a mature group. I think we've got a group of guys that are coming back, even though a lot of them were freshmen. I think they understand what it takes. I think they understand what is going to be required of them going forward, and with the new challenges that we have going into the new conference.
Excellent. Let's get away from the team a little bit. Talk more about you. Where'd you grow up, and where did you play football?
I grew up in Charlevoix, Michigan, about 50 miles south of the bridge, kind of in between Traverse City and Petoskey, Michigan, and got an opportunity to play football there: football, basketball, baseball, track. And
so
then
four sports.
Yeah, I had a lot of varsity letters. We had a smaller school there, so got a lot of opportunities there, and then got a chance to be able to go up to Northern Michigan University and play college up there.
Excellent. You played 4 years at Michigan or at Northern? Then?
Yes, sir.
What was it like being a college athlete in the UP?
It was a tremendous experience for me. It was definitely something that I would not trade for anything. I think that those are some of the relationships that you build going forward in your life. Those are the guys that stood in my wedding. Those are the guys that I still stay in contact with. And just a tremendous experience, and really, like I said, wouldn't trade it for the world.
Excellent. So you've one of the things we were talking about before is you've been here for been in the UP for more than a decade now. Mm-hmm. You consider yourself a Yooper?
I consider myself a Yooper, but it's not official until an actual Yooper tells me that I am an official Yooper. So I'm still waiting. If
you're listening to this episode, make sure you get out on our Facebook page and say, Coach Boss, you are officially a Yooper. We're happy to have you.
That would be great. That would be great.
I also didn't grow up in the UP, so right. I can't be the one to tell you.
That's okay. That's all right. I'm patiently waiting.
Excellent. Let's talk a little about UP football. You've been, obviously you played UP football, but now you've been around, you've been out to these games recruiting these players. What makes UP football something special?
I think a lot of it starts with the history. I think there's a ton of history of Upper Peninsula football and just the success of, multiple programs. I don't want to leave anybody out as we kind of go through the history of UP programs and everything along those lines, but the coaches that are there, I think that's where it starts. I think you got a lot of guys that are running these programs, all over the Upper Peninsula who really care, who really, they want to give the kids every opportunity to be successful. They want to do everything to help those kids be able to make the transition to the college, to whether it's as a football player or as just a student, to be able to continue to help them with their development as young men.
Excellent. Again, this is Finlandia Fridays, the weekly interview series here at Finlandia University. My name is Michael Babcock. I am the host. We are with the head football coach, Rob Boss, here, talking about Finlandia football. So what are you looking forward to as you head into your first season as head coach?
I'm looking forward to, getting into the new challenges that we have. We're going into the MIAA conference. I think that's going to provide a tremendous amount of stability for this football program, and it's going to give us a great opportunity to be able to start to develop rivalries, start to develop, everything that you think is great about college football. And we get a chance to be able to start that, as this staff kind of going forward and kind of taking this program to the next step.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, Elma came up here and played. And you could just feel that that's where we should be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was cool to see the Scots, right?
Yep.
So the Scots and the Finns going head to head in some
Right.
football. It was a lot of fun. The MIAA, which stands for the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association, actually the oldest athletic conference in all of NCAA sports. You know, you grew up downstate. You probably heard a lot about those schools.
Yeah.
What's that conference like? What makes it special?
I think a lot of it is the fact that it is the oldest conference. I think there's a ton of history. One of the things that's a huge perk about being in that conference is that if you win that conference, there's an automatic bid into the playoffs. And that's going to be, you know, it's got to be every program's goal. I mean, you want to have an opportunity to win championships. And, you know, if you go out and you win a conference championship, you get a chance to get into the NCAA playoffs. And once you get there, who knows? You know, who knows where we can take it. So it's definitely something that's going to be a great goal for us and something that we're going to work tirelessly for every day.
Excellent. Let's talk about a little bit of the facilities here at Finlandia. It seems like what we have is a perfect place for a football team. Between the locker room you guys have, which is state of the art, and then you go into that weight room, which you know, that was hand built to be a football team's weight room. Talk a little about that. Let's start with the locker room in McAfee Field. What's it like for this program there?
You know, I think that we are extremely blessed here at Finlandia. I think that the people that put this program together, the people that got it started, they did it the right way. You know, and that's something that, you know, when you're looking at being able to build a program and you're looking at being able to recruit kids to a football program and to a school, there's nothing more that helps along those lines as the facilities. You know, and to have that locker room and to have those kids be able to walk in there and change in there and, you know, do everything that they want. You know, we even want to continue to expand that and make that some place that they feel really comfortable being, because we want it to be home. You know, we know that when you're getting to a place at the field and at a locker room, that when you feel like this is home, it's no longer work. Now we can just become something that's fun that we can do and go out there as a football family.
Yeah, and the crowds at McAfee Field every year have been really incredible. I remember the home opener a couple of years ago. We were all just floored by the Copper Country community getting out and supporting our new football team, and that's continued even through this year. We had pretty good crowds at those games, and it's made McAfee Field into some place pretty special to play.
There's no doubt. Yeah, I mean, going into my first game this fall, I was kind of concerned. I didn't know what was going to happen or what it was going to be like, and the game day atmosphere was just over the top as far as, you know, the crowd that was there, the support from our university that was there, from, you know, regular students to, you know, the other sports and everything along those lines as well. And we appreciate it. You know, I mean, it's obviously great to play in front of your hometown fans, and it just helps that team to, you know, be able to play even better.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what we have at the Apollinaire Gym Center. That building's been around for, I believe, about 30 years now, but it you know, over the last couple of years, it's really taken a turn in a positive direction. From walking in on the top floor, it just has a whole better feel. And then right down into that gym, what's that like to have your players have that ability to have that kind of gym at their fingertips?
You know, I think both to have the opportunities to be able to do what we need to do to train our athletes the right way. Also with Jake Wolf and Advantage helping us out with strength and conditioning, I think that they've done a great job. And the more that we can give, the more opportunities that we can give them to be able to help to develop our guys, the better off that we can be. You know, so I think that with the turf that's in there, we get opportunity to work with our speed, with all the power stations that are in there, we can work all of our explosive strength, and I think that we've just got a ton of opportunities for these guys to be able to continue to develop as they go through their time here at Finlandia.
Excellent. One of the things that's happened recently is you're able to fill out your staff. When you started at this job, it was you and Travis Wiltsius. Wiltsius, that's how we pronounce it.
Correct, that is.
You're going to see it online, and you're going to be like, how do you
Exactly.
pronounce that name? He's a good UP kid.
He is, yeah, originally from Escanaba, and, you know, I mean, as I was looking at it and had gotten hired, I couldn't imagine the staff without him. You know, I think he's been here since the very beginning, and he knows Finlandia. He cares for Finlandia, and he's done just a tremendous job with the kids. You know, I mean, I got a chance to work with him through the fall as he was the offensive line coach and I was the offensive coordinator, and just to see him connect with the kids that he was coaching and what he was able to help them do throughout the fall, I think that he brings a lot to our staff.
Perfect. Let's talk about the two new coaches. We got DJ Perkle and Robert Garth. Both those coaches joined late in the fall, early winter, I guess you could say. What's it been like with those two on staff?
You know, it's been great. It's been absolutely great to have just a full staff again. You know, for a while there, it was just me and Travis staring at each other. Our staff meetings were a little bit boring. So to be able to get those guys up here, I think that it's been tremendous for us. It's going to be great going through the recruiting process with them as well. You know, DJ brings a ton to our defense as our new defensive coordinator. He played at Northern Illinois University.
Is that Division I?
That is Division I, yeah, it's in the MAC. He coached at Western Michigan under PJ Fleck there for 4 years. Him and I coached together at Northern Michigan for one season, and then he was out at UMass here for the last season as well. So, you know, he brings 5 years worth of Division I experience to this job, and I've also gotten a chance to firsthand see him coach and work with kids and be able to help develop them as well. And then with Robert, Robert is a guy that is extremely accomplished as far as he's originally from Flint. He was the fifth Flintstone. As part of that, the Flintstones that all went and played at Michigan State with Mateen Cleaves and Morris Peterson and those guys, he was number 5. He made the decision to play football instead of play basketball, but played Division I football at New Mexico State. Him and I played together in Green Bay in the Arena Football League, and he was a 8-year vet for the Arena Football League there, and has a kind of a cult following a little bit down in the Green Bay area, and has had a lot of different stops along the way throughout high school football that he really showed that he's someone that cares about developing guys and helping them be successful no matter which way they want to go.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank you for being on the show today. If somebody wants to follow you on Twitter, what's your Twitter handle?
Coach Boss 4FU.
All right, excellent. And follow him. Follow Finlandia Lions. You can find it on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. So we're going to find out all about Finlandia athletics, including the Finlandia football squad as they head into the 2018 season. They're first in the MIAA.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, thank you guys for checking in this week with Finlandia Fridays. We'll see you guys next Friday.